This is Shipt. For a shop-only order, shoppers do not deliver items to the member. Instead, the member will pick up the order from the shopper at the store.
There's going to be more people out of work, less jobs available because of the apps. And I remember that when I first started in the beginning, people telling me online, don't do it, Michelle, don't do it. I'm so glad I didn't listen because I've been supporting myself for a decade doing this in addition to earning some money online. I mean, I have a few things going on, but you hear me. Do you agree? Oh, I think this is right here is proof. They are going to make a huge shift in 2026. You watch.
What time do I need to arrive at the store to shop for a shop only offer? For shop only orders, experienced shoppers recommend arriving at the store at least an hour before the order is due for pickup. I guess to give you time to shop. It is especially important to complete shop only orders on time so the order will be ready by the time the member arrives for pickup. Holy cow! That's saying it right in your face. Eventually, they are taking action, these companies, these apps, to gradually rid in-store shoppers, less employees on payroll.
Why share this information with you about Shipt? I'll tell you in a moment. I've been gigging for a decade. I started with DoorDash, which I feel I should be on the DoorDash platform again because they are offering more shop and deliveries, and I would be a great fit for DoorDash again. Uber Eats, I was one of the first people in Nassau County. I was making killer money in my little Ford Focus. Worked my ass off, worked late nights, but I made good money. I did. Then I got into Grubhub. Then I did a little Instacart, Spark, and now Shipt. Spark and Shipt have been very good to me. A little bit of roadie in between. Eventually, I'll get a Senpax. Why share this with you? We are seeing the transformation of a new way of living, a new way of shopping, a new way of being a consumer. And with the AI and apps, the apps becoming more in demand, all of them. They need all different types of drivers. Whether you have a big truck or a van, roadies getting into that, following Amazon Flex's lead. But even Amazon Flex has drivers like me with little cars and we deliver little packages. I'll talk about Amazon Flex in a moment. I sense in-store shoppers to the traditional food stores are going to slowly go away because they got people like us in the field shopping and delivery. You hear what I just read to you? And I'm going to read more to you. I saw a Facebook post. I follow several groups. And I was like, what is this? I said, that's the beginning of less indoor shoppers. In-store shoppers, less in-store shoppers. That means less people on the payroll from a company. You have to teach yourself how to become self-sufficient. Either be your own boss, start your own business, hire people that you need, or be an independent contractor of some kind. No matter what the industry. We're just talking about gigging right now, shopping and delivering. I sense in-store shoppers that work for corporations, big corporate, like in this area, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, you have Stop and Shop and ShopRite. They're major food stores, they're food chains. I remember I applied for that job. I really wanted it. and they weren't going to give it to me. So look at me now, forward a decade later, and that was my last job. I had a W-2 job. My last W-2 job, that's what I should say. I sense it, because if they're already getting us used to, they're doing it very gradually, just like with facial recognition and doing everything digitally and key phrases. I mean, I could go on, and I've been really paying attention and watching. And all this new world is getting rolled out. In addition to the new monetary system, everything's going to be digital. We are very lucky. I feel I am very lucky right now because I do like this industry. I am an internet entrepreneur. It gives me an opportunity to earn money and work on my online endeavors. And I know my future lies within my own hands.
For a shop-only order, shoppers do not deliver items to the member. Instead, the member will pick up the order from the shopper at the store.
Preferred members. I'm really happy about this. I have 42 people requested me to become their shopper, their personal shopper. I'm sure members of Shipt can choose, as many preferred shoppers as they want. I wonder if that's true. I should ask that in the group, because you have a few favorites. So if one's not available, someone else will be. When people can pick and choose who shops for them, they like that. They already know they like you. They're impressed by the service that you provided. I really like Shipt a lot. I take a lot of pride in Shipt when I work. 42 people have requested me to become one of their preferred shoppers. Amazon Flex, on November 13th, they sent me a notification. Start your Amazon blocks. They were saying, we will take you on now. They love doing that right before the busy season, right before the holidays, because they have so much work. November 16th, Amazon Flex, they send it out again. Now, I made my decision I wasn't going to jump on board because I have 5 apps that keep me very busy. And how many more do you really need as long as you're on those apps and you do what you're supposed to do? They're not going to get rid of you. Then they reached out again, which I was shocked, November 20th. Then they did it again on November 24th. When they sent it to me the first time, I considered it, and I said, well, I submitted all my data, and they said I was on a waiting list. They were ready to bring me on board. There's only so much you can do, one person can do. I'm really grateful for the 5 solid apps I have on my phone, and one day I'm going to get Senpex, but 6. I'm so sorry. I have 6. And one day I'll start working Senpex. I'm in their system, and they send me offers. It just hasn't been on my timetable. I'm like, oh, if I was over there, I would take that just to get one underneath my belt. They're getting more busy in this area. So I'm really happy they still have me on the app. With Amazon, they sent it to me 3 more times after the first time. That means they need people. I didn't want to learn something right before the holidays. I don't want to struggle right before the busiest time of the year. And these companies love to do that. They think people are going to run around crazy because everyone's broke and they need the money and they're going to do whatever they got to do. I considered it because I'm a very proud Amazon influencer and an Amazon associate, and I'm an Amazon customer. Maybe it's not meant for me this year because I really do prefer shop and delivery. I would like to get on more apps. I would love DoorDash to bring me on board again because I'm sure they got a lot of business around here. But hey, I'm with Amazon, and Grubhub is getting into CVS's more often, and so is Shipt. And I noticed that with Walgreens with Shipt. more stores are on their platform. They shifted from a couple of stores, but then they added a couple of stores. So when they start sending out, I didn't think they were going to send more notices out. They need people out there because there are all different sizes of packages to deliver. You don't need a huge box truck. You don't need a huge van. You don't need a huge SUV. You make it work for you. Do what you can do and what works for you. So I didn't plan on doing a video, but all this just all of a sudden, and I was like, what the? They're going to start wiping out. They're going to start less hiring of in-store shoppers at the food stores. You watch. They're going to do that. And we're going to be the ones in their store shopping. And they don't have to put us on payroll. They don't have to pay us any benefits. They don't have to deal with our mood swings. Hey, I adjusted. Now, this is something else. I didn't think I was going to work yesterday. It was a rainy Sunday. It was on and off. I ended up going out at like 12:30. I was home at 7:20. And I completed 8 shops at the Freeport Target. I live in Freeport. And I drove, I think it was 41 or 47 miles. That's pretty good. And I earned some money. I didn't plan on going out, but I adjusted my schedule and I went out today too. And I hung in there. I just got home a little bit ago. I guess it's about 9 o'clock. And I did that because I knew it was going to be busy yesterday. I knew I wouldn't have to drive far. I knew there was an abundance of orders. At one point, the Westbury Target, I told my friend Rob, I think it was 39 offers. When I got home yesterday, I could have taken one more, and I took all the ones that were lightweights. That's how many orders they had. I was like, I don't have to kill myself. I'll take all the orders that are fun to do and I like doing, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't deliver any cases of water, nothing overkill, because there are days I do that. Not yesterday. And it was decent money. It was very local. And there was an abundance of orders. And today I went out. I said, I sense the middle of the week's going to be quiet. If anything, it'll be busy Sunday, Monday. And I worked Friday. I went out later, but I worked. Saturday, I went out. I didn't do a whole day, but I went out. I changed my schedule to, at least when I went out, I knew there was offers. There was no, oh, it's so slow. No, not at all. I knew if I went out, my time wouldn't be wasted, and I enjoy it. I love learning about the new products. I love shopping. I love that marketing and learning about all the products. I really do. I'm good at it. And it's getting intertwined with my online business that come 2026, I will be making a huge shift. And with my online business too, it will just continue to evolve and get better. I'm following the lead of the changing of the times, the transition into a new way of life. And that's what's happening now. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I'm telling you, get ready. People that are in the stores, in my opinion, there's going to be a lot going on. And there's going to be a lot of people that will be looking for work because there won't be as many jobs out there. No way. More apps are coming into play. More apps are coming into play. I could keep talking, but you get it. Have a good one. Now I'm going to take a break. I'm going to clean out my phone after I upload this video. And whatever happens in the next week or two, I'll take screen recordings if it's worth sharing. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. What about this? The delivery people that work for the stores. Well, if there are less in-store shoppers that are on payroll, that means you'll need less delivery people. That just dawned on me while I'm putting together the video. Because us independent contractors that are shopping and delivering, and now they're already trying to figure out how can we get those independent contractors that we don't need to pay, don't need to put them on payroll. How can we get them in the store so they'll shop? And customers that want to pick up their goods, they're waiting for them with their order ready to go. Right?